Before we start, I would like to give you a small introduction for our experiment. First, our assumption. Our company is willing to do an extra effort to recycle if they save money. To test this assumption, we chose to first observe companies' recycling habits, second, suggest a small change for a day to see if they were willing to do so, and then reward the company if they do the task we asked. Of course, the target of our experiment would be companies that are small enough and that don't know the value of their waste and where we can easily have access to their manager.
To start our experience, we had to find our guinea pigs. We checked online possible places to run our experiment. We chose a small garage that, according to internet, had 2 employees. We took our bin with us and jumped in a bus that would bring us to our destination. We walked in the garage, and when the owner finally finished his call, we told him why we came. From his first sentence, we could tell that he didn't want to participate in such experiment. He said he was sick of things linked to recycling and he didn't have time to waste in it. We didn't have other choice than give up and start thinking about our next possible target. Just next to the garage, there was a dog trim. We asked from there if they were willing to participate. In this place, we were much more welcomed, but the problem was that the waste pickup was included in their rent and the only trash that they produce was dog hair. But we learned one thing: dog hair could be reused. At least that trim place just threw their hair to the mixed waste. Anyway, we decided to move on. After a small walk, we found a pizzeria. Our proposition was that they would let us observe their waste management system and would then suggest a small change that they would have to do for a day. In exchange, they would have a small compensation, which value would be equal to the sum that the waste pickup cost per month divided by 30. The manager wasn't convinced first because he didn't really understand what we wanted. And we then explained him that we could, for example, just install a cardboard recycling point because they weren't recycling cardboard yet. Our proposition was that they would let us observe their waste management system and would then suggest a small change. He accepted our offer and got the trash bin that was waiting outside. He moved it to the other side, outside, next to their trash point. We promised to come back the next day at 6 o'clock and see how they were doing.
So, what were our learnings? First, the recycling went well. All the cardboard of the day was recycled. Recycling took some extra effort though, especially folding the cardboard to smaller pieces caused trouble. The savings would motivate to continue and even to extend recycling to other materials. Knowing that the material would be surely reused would motivate them to recycle more.